Alright, here we go with the last match for this season of Ether Raids. We are going into this one with this team. I feel like this is... I don't know, I feel like I need Lucina. Lucina is so good. Lucina is so good, man. I feel like I still need her. So, this team has Gullveig instead of Lucina. I have two teams that are basically the same thing, one with Lucina and one without. It feels like there's magical damage missing, that's why Gullveig is here. But the other team is just to have Lucina. I could put Lucina in the extra slot on this team, which I think is what I did here, if I remember correctly. But yeah, I feel like Lucina is like a must on my light season team. I find it very difficult to leave her at home. But yeah, we go into this one. This one is a win. Straightforward. Well, actually, no, because look how much of this map this terrain covers. This is absolutely disgusting. Like I talk about daily miasma and how good it is, but my god, look at this. Like, what are we supposed to do? Like, what is the next step? Are we gonna get another terrain that does this, covers this much of the map? I think the only other thing that's close to this is the stone terrain that Lumera provides, but then, I mean, we don't even really talk about her, but this is too much, man. Like, this is a lot. It didn't need to be this. Like, for what reason did it need to be this large? Yeah. But yeah, that aside, we go into this match fully prepared to take the win. Just gotta break some structures here. Could have actually waited a couple of turns before going in. There's really nothing stopping us from doing that, but figured, you know, let's just get this over quickly. The last one was pretty frustrating, and the last match before was pretty frustrating. So I was just trying to, you know, get the day done, wrap up the season, and move on to Astra and Anima season. However, you know, I have no plans for it really. Still don't know what to do with Heimdallr. I don't know, man. It's not like she's bad or anything. It's just, how do I fit her onto the, like, Mike, I literally just finished building the perfect defense for Anima season, at the very least, in my opinion, for what it was at the time, before we knew that we'd be getting Heimdallr. I figured this is going to be really good, and it's going to last me for a long time. And the pieces there, as you would have seen from the last defense replay with it, which seems like forever ago, the pieces there really are just like cohesive and they work together, and it's kind of difficult to remove any of those parts to then swap her in. Like, I was thinking about maybe I could take out, you know, Nurgle, but I really like having Nurgle on defense. Like, it's really fun having it there, and then, you know, watching the interactions, and it creates an additional obstacle for the opponent to have to think about in terms of how do you beat this, because you pretty much have to one shot. If you don't one shot, you're gonna lose all your stuff. So yeah, it's quite a problem for me. The other option was to remove Ather, but then if I remove Ather, then Rioma doesn't work. So, I mean, maybe I could put Rioma in the front, but then the range of the team might be a little bit overextended. Then the other option is to remove... Yeah, maybe I could remove Ather.
You have orders?
Then I lose some flat... Yeah, I lose some additional flat damage reduction and the Divine Nectar effect, both of which I find to be very good. I don't think swapping out Ather for Heimdallr is a good trade-off. I don't know. Ather is additional movement, so you get further down the map. Heimdallr stops your opponent from attacking you once, and then also gives them stall. So one is more for chasing down your opponents, and the other is slowing them down, preventing them from attacking. Interesting parallels. I don't know which one of those there's not really parallel, they're two completely different, perpendicular. I don't know which one of those I prefer. it feels like you'd be going for two completely different defensive builds, depending on which one of the two you include. So I think my conclusion was to build a whole new defense, which I'm leaning towards that, but I haven't done it yet because I know how much work it will require. Maybe I could just do that and then run both of them and see which one performs better.
Say the word. Name a target.
And of course, she can't be in the front because she's going to get sniped very easily. Linring or Elm or otherwise, she just can't be in the front. So she has to be in the back.
Are there bandits here?
Which means I would have to take out Ryoma or Nurgle. Don't like either of those options. And it's not a straight swap with removing Hathern. It's going to change how the defense looks, the layout, or anything. Yeah, I literally just built the thing, and now I'm tearing it apart. So yeah, I don't know. I'm just not looking forward to that. Granted, I do think she's still good for defense in terms of what she'll offer, and I don't really have teams prepared to deal with her on offense just yet. It's currently Tuesday. Reset has already happened, and I haven't put together my offensive teams for Anima season. It's still the same teams from the last Anima season, months ago, weeks ago rather. So that's something that I got to think about. Elm definitely has to be there, and then I think I'm going to be relying heavily on Felix, since he's the only one that can really, straight up counter that thing that she does. So that's going to be an option for me. And then I don't know. See how it goes. Work around that. See how the next banners play into what she. I don't think they would counter her so soon. Well, she has been in the game for a long time, but now is really the first time that we're getting to use her. So I don't know that they'll counter her so soon. But then also the question of how far in advance are they building these units comes into play. So it's probably already all planned out for them, in terms of when the counter for what she provides will come out. So I don't know. It's a lot to consider. How much should I invest into building a team specific? Well, she's going to be here for the future, and we're definitely going to get an offensive version of her. I like I was saying for New Year's, I feel like it has to be her because no one else from the new book really sells. The old man is a creep. Rune we already have. No one really seems to be too attached to him. Boulder and Hother, we already have them. One of them already has a Brave ult, and if again, how far in advance have they planned these units? Maybe they already have a Boulder and Hother ults for New Year's already planned out. Maybe it's Valley, but I think she's going to be a defense mythic. Maybe even an offense mythic, because of her survivability. Using her to attack might be fun. That was the problem with Eitri. Why don't we have an Eitri ult? Like, Eitri was so cool. There's so many units that they're just not using, But this was a really good kill to get on Corrin here because it really shouldn't be happening. Corrin is built to tank something like this. She's just losing the speed check because of the team composition. But yeah, this is really cool to get this barely at that. But yeah, I just wanted to point that out real quick.
Your life is mine.
But yeah, don't know what I'm gonna do for Anima season defense just yet. I'll think about it a little bit more and then see where things go from there. I think we're in for some interesting matches. That much I'm sure about. The matches for Anima season are definitely going to be interesting.
Careful.
Probably going to be slow. But
Request a match.
we'll do what we can. We'll do what we can and take it from there. Yeah, pretty much. I'm actually looking forward to see what the next banner will be.
I won't lose.
Yeah, not that much.
Show me what you can do.
Like, we just got the ninja banner, but there wasn't really anything new on there aside from, Gullveig. Shez, like I said before, she kind of, until we get I would probably want to say if Emblem Edelgard ever comes out, her ring will more than likely be something that gives out action economy. So a ring like that would be really beneficial for someone like Shez or any, range nuke for Aether offense, because that's really one of the biggest downfalls of Shez. She can only attack once, or any melee, any range, any nuke. Only being able to attack once feels like a big drawback now in comparison to these melee nukes that can gale force and hit hard. So that's one of the reasons why I really like Gullveig, because multiple actions. There isn't a lot of ranged units. There aren't any other ranged, if I'm wrong, if I'm not mistaken, that can do what Gullveig does. So it means that, like, imagine if Nurgle could attack twice, that would be pretty cool. Maybe that's the next emblem ring. It would kind of fit into the current state of the game that we're in. I think that would make sense if they were to do that. Since we also have the summoning circle that kind of does that, so that would be like, what, 3 attacks? That would be pretty cool, no?